Why, hello there. I was just journaling. Okay, I'm going to move. Do you know why I'm moving? Because look, there's like a bunch of boxes and stuff back there. So yeah, that's my life. This looks like a really good recording studio, and then you move over and you see that stuff. Anyway, I want to talk to you today about journaling. It's one of the tools I use when I'm dealing with leaders who are trying to manage a grieving team. Journaling is one of those things that is, we all know about. Very few of us do it. And it's really powerful, especially when you are trying to work through the grief of, around the death of an employee, and you're trying to work with a grieving team. So there's, of course, been many, many studies that have been done about why journaling is so powerful. But there are three main reasons that it's really powerful. One, it's an emotional release. So making sure that you get that stuff out of your head onto paper, and it's just this release. So it's really important that managers have that opportunity to do that, especially when they're with grieving, and consistently, because there's a lot of emotions that come up when you're dealing with death. The second thing that it's really good at is, mindfulness. Now I know that's like a buzzword and everyone talks about it and thinks about it, but what I'm talking about here is just being aware of what you're thinking. And this is one of the areas that I find that leaders, when they're dealing with a grieving team, they're not aware of. And it's so key to being able to manage productivity and empathy. You need to know what you're thinking. An employee may come to you with a problem and you're thinking, oh my God, they're just being a pain in the ass, excuse my French. But the reality is, if you know that you're thinking that they're being a pain in the butt, then you have an opportunity to take a step back and go, wait a minute, they're normally not a pain in the butt. I'm wondering what's happening. I'm wondering if this is related to our employee dying 2 weeks ago. So just being able to step back and do that is so important. And one of the other reasons that journaling is so important is it releases creativity. And when someone on your team dies, you need as much creativity as you can possibly gain. Because dealing with a grieving team is not easy. Trying to be productive under this dark cloud of grief is not easy, and it will require a great amount of creativity. So one of the things I do say is that journaling by itself can be actually not so good. And that's because if you're not using specific prompts, then you end up just sort of putting your thoughts on paper, which can be good, but then they don't go anywhere, right? So you're just kind of reinforcing the negative thoughts that you have. So using prompts is really important. So I use prompts that are scientifically backed that help people maybe not talk better, but it does help people release some of their grief onto paper so that they feel better and they feel better able to handle what's happening. And as a manager and a leader, it is so important that you have an opportunity to release all those emotions that you are going through on a day-to-day basis as you walk through the grief process with your team and trying to be productive at the same time. So anyway, I just wanted to pop in, and this really is my journal. I do something called morning pages. So every morning I wake up and I don't even do anything else. I'm a meditator and I do reading and stuff, but I don't do anything else until I do my morning pages. I write 3 full pages. This is an 8.5 by 11. I write 3 full pages of this. And this is, I just want to show you all, I really do these morning pages. So anyway, that's a tool that I use to help leaders deal with grief on the team. It's a really handy tool. I have scientifically backed prompts that I use that really help leaders release some of their anxiety and fear. So that's it. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. I'll talk to you later. And remember, you matter. Have a great day. Bye.